Mrs. Clean Ears.
Yes.
Oh, no earrings. Okay, so we want to talk to you guys about something that we talk about a lot. And I feel like every time we do Music Mondays, you guys get to come into like our actual like music conversations.
Yes.
And right now, our little pet peeve with the zeitgeist is people using legend and icon interchangeably.
So as you know, we have been coming for the language because words mean things.
Yes.
And so we have been coming to you with different things to be like, hey, use it, but use it correctly.
That's right.
So I'm gonna need my notes.
Well, definitely, because even as we were like, people are using legend and icon wrong, we were looking in the dictionary like, maybe we use legend and icon wrong? Like everyone, maybe the world does.
Exactly. So because words mean things, we're gonna jump into the dictionary.
Let's do it.
A legend. Extremely famous and notorious person, especially in a particular field. A person who embodies the pinnacle of all the important social aspects.
Mm-hmm.
A person who is funny, reckless, original, and sensitive in the right measures is likely to be nominated a legend by his associates.
Ooh.
A person to whose persona you aspire.
Okay, so icon. I am just an icon by name, but of course, an icon can also describe a person closely linked to an idea. Example, Mahatma Gandhi is revered as an icon of peace and humanity, while Adolf Hitler is reviled as an icon of violence and hatred. So they literally personify an idea.
Now, while the two can be interchangeable, like not necessarily interchangeable, but they can apply to one person.
Right.
They also, somebody can be a legend and not an icon, or someone can be an icon and not a legend.
Right. And I think the best way to talk about that is to kind of give some examples of people.
Yes.
The way that I consider a legend is that it can be very regional. It can be specific to a business. It can be specific to an industry, but it doesn't necessarily go across the board, unlike an icon, which is something that is kind of universally understood as a person that personifies an idea, maybe a movement, maybe an era, but like it's universally understood that this is what that person represents.
Somebody who's always come to mind whenever I think of legend versus icon is the Janet Jackson. I feel like Janet Jackson is an icon for just making a statement, being bold, being just sexy and all these different things. But I would not necessarily consider Janet Jackson a legend.
Yeah.
You know, in terms of like a person whose persona you aspire. It's like, I'm like, no, I don't think that's that. I think that she's just iconic for the way that she executes things. She's known for that.
Another great example is if you think regionally. For me, I'm from the Bay, from California, so we have legends and we have icons. A legend of the Bay, very regional and well known, are like Keith the Sneak and Mac Dre. No one outside the Bay know who these people are. It is very, very regional, so there's certain times when their music comes on and it's me and like two other people from Oakland having a good old time. But if you play E40, who is iconic for Bay Area music, then, or Too Short, iconic. People know those people, even if you're not, even if you didn't know if they were from the Bay, they're like, oh, rap, you know, they're from the Bay. They're, you know, that's Bay music. Are the only two people that we'll ever think about when it comes to iconic Bay Area rappers. But they are not, they're the legends of the game when it comes to Bay music. There's so many more that people will not know of because it's super duper regional and super duper specific, but they wouldn't because they're icons. And anyway, unfortunate.
Love that. And the thing is, I think it's important to distinguish the two because, again, they represent such different things. And they're compliments. Definitely compliments. Do I think it's the worst thing in the world to compliment somebody with maybe not the most applicable word? No. But I also think it's important to make a distinction because those mean such different things.
Yeah, I think it's really cool. And there's different, you know, different areas of business, different, you know, genres that would have people who are icons or legends. Like if you're thinking like computers or like the social media age, we say Al Gore's internet. Icon.
Yes.
That's his internet. Even those people who are doing internet stuff, they're not, it's still Al Gore's internet.
But when you think of legends, you think Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
Because that's somebody who it's like, oh, I aspire to the level of ingenuity and creativity that you have. He is legendary.
Right. He may even consider both.
I was about to say, you know what,
I
Steve?
feel like he definitely is somebody who would consider
I just had a moment.
both. Like he's an icon of like moving phones and like, because literally phones used to be big and bulky, and now they're literally something that fit in your pocket. And he's one of those people who made that happen. He pushed that forward all the way. So whether you love Apple or not, like there was a time Apple was the only thing that was in your labs. Like computer labs were all Apple computers.
Yes.
Like all you knew were like these iconic advertising for Apple. Like it was everywhere. It was doing everything. And so that's part of the reason why it is what it is now, is because of the way that he moved it and the way that it changed a whole generation. So definitely legend and icon. Bam. So if you guys can think of a genre and put an icon or a legend, we'd love to talk about that below. There's way more so you can put it together.
Yes,
but
so many come to mind.
But I think it's really cool to like kind of piece it out a little bit more so that people aren't immediately giving everyone this huge status, which of course some people really have gotten to there, but we've also, you use the word so much, it kind of not dumbs it down, but
It waters it down.
It makes it not as special as it really is. So let's go ahead and give people their flowers in the comments below.
I would love to just read them and see if we agree, disagree. But either way, we want it all in the comments. Also, if you are liking this video, be sure to like it, hit the bell, get those notifications so that as soon as they come out, they can be right in your face. Subscribe, tell a friend, and until next time,
Have a good time.
bye.